7,285 pounds, this rear living super slide Cougar looks a little rough at the first glance here. But folks, this is definitely a case where looks can be deceiving. One of the cool things on this floor plan is the way that it's all laid out with the slide closed. You can just kind of weave your way right through here. So other than the TV area, you've got a pretty much fully travel accessible RV. So if you are on a long trip and you want to stop, take a nap, or if you want to hit that bathroom or anything like that, or make yourself a sandwich, sit down for a minute, take a break off the road, you can do all that right here. Now you may have noticed the decals were a little flaky, but that was really kind of a Keystone thing. Anything that boils down to personal care, maintenance, ownership, and upkeep has been done very well. I do like the big windows on the slide sides here. They're very good about that. Have been for years in Cougars. There is a huge countertop extension leaf hidden under that jackknife style sofa right there that can drastically improve your total countertop prep space here. But one of the cool parts about this one, it's a really good healthy mixture of kitchen and living space. It shares very nicely. They play very nicely with one another. You can see how they put some Reflectix on that rear window there just to kind of help keep the heat off of them. But you might notice how all these windows have dual section day and night shades. Those are really handy for being able to choose exactly how much light you have through, which can also mean giving you control over how much privacy you have at any given moment. It's kind of funny because if there's one thing pretty much everybody agrees on, it's that more storage is never the wrong answer. But a lot of people over the years have disliked it when cabinets stick out like this over the kitchen counter. Without them, you lose storage, but it does make the RV look and feel bigger. So it's just kind of a case of which way you prefer to go camping, you know. Used RVs tend to have bigger cabinets like this. Now you can see big drawers down there, because if they put small drawers on the front of this, they'd be hard to reach if that countertop extension was in place. So they kind of give you a best of both worlds scenario here. A lot of things have been replaced on this RV. The furnace motor was replaced. They've updated the TV entertainment center. The water heater tank, I think, had a winterization split or something at some point, but that has been replaced mechanically. The RV's in great working order. Something else I noticed, the dual section day night shades on these. Very often people, if the more you use them, the little strings that those shades run on, they'll get loose. Well, very often people will just leave them that way. They won't pull them down, retighten them, restring them, and that does not appear to be the case here. It looks like everything's been done nicely. Now when that original TV was swapped out, it kind of created this handy little open entertainment shelf area here. So if you want to add some extra electronics, you can. And right next to us, next to this fridge, there is a large pantry. And I like how these, you know, they're drawers, but they're acting like shelves. They slide open to you for easy access, because that's deep, you know. There is a pocket privacy door here, by the way, as we come upstairs. And this is a more classic design. It has a little bit of what's called a split bath, or a dedicated bathroom deck. So the bathroom is kind of half open here into the bedroom area, but there is a sliding privacy curtain wall that you can pull shut, so that if someone needs to use the toilet at night and you're up here, you know, if you have a guest, it doesn't bother anybody. Only thing I kind of noticed inside that sort of struck me as a little bit odd was these bulbs must need to be replaced, and they just never got replaced. Now, I see where some other LED air bulbs have been swapped out for like LED replacements. It's just weird to me that that didn't happen. Maybe the owner meant to get to it and just hadn't yet. Over here, you can see the previous owner had added a TV mount here into the bedroom. What's nice is they actually kind of reinforce the wall a little bit. So that board looks a little bit out of place right now, but you put a TV over the top of it, you'd never see the board, and you will appreciate the extra strength that board's going to give you. Corner shower, and since this is on a kind of dedicated middle bathroom deck, it means that you have plenty of headroom. That, by the way, is a little bit of a laundry chute. If you're standing at the kitchen level, you can flip that little plank up and you can have a nice place for yesterday's clothes, now that it is, you know, today. Then in here, simple, effective, you know, conventional closet style toilet area. Not fancy, but it gets the job done. And this is a really good indicator of how well this is maintained, because this pass-through storage compartment here, especially with that darker flooring in it, if this had, I mean, it looks like an automotive detail shop went through that thing. And the RV's been stored outside. I mentioned it inside. Some of the stickers and decals have not fared so well. But when we get up on the roof, you see that it has been kept very nicely maintained. Unfortunately, this was just built during a period where not the best decals were used on this. And what I would recommend doing is exactly what was done on the front here. Take a power washer, blow those little flaky stickers off, get rid of them, and what you're going to be left with is something that just looks nice by comparison. Now, if you look over here, you see up in the bedroom, and then on the slide, there's not just a slide awning, but there's actual window awnings, which is something you don't often see on the towable RV market. You don't see a lot of people add those, so these are very, very nice for getting some airflow even on rainy days, which is something that sliding windows are not always the best for. Tires look good. It does have a heated enclosed belly. This is not what people like to call a 4 seasons camper. It is an extended season camper, just earlier spring, later fall. Not to mention the fact that that underbelly enclosure gives you a little bit of critter protection and debris protection if you're zipping down the road and you have sticks and stones trying to break your camper's bones. One other quick note before we hop upstairs. The, what did he say? I think he said the awning tube had been replaced or something like that. But the previous owner had also swapped out the original, what I call knuckle buster power cord for a handy detachable power cord, which is my personal preference, so I can keep that you know, big chunk of copper stored away.
Now, before we head upstairs, I wanted to take a look down here. Not only does it have that enclosed heated belly that I mentioned, but if we take note, this actually has upgraded suspension. Previous owner added these shock absorbers to the suspension system to give you a better, smoother ride and handling going down the road. That is going to do wonders toward eliminating that jump and bumpiness, that bucking and chucking that you experience when you hit bumps or if you get passed by a big old semi.
And finally, the roof. This is what I was saying. The roof really tells the story of this RV. It's an RV. It's spent time outside. It's been exposed to all sorts of weather and stuff. It's been towed down the road, but it's been maintained. Like up here, you can see that they did have a satellite system set up, and you can see how they ran that conduit for the coax wiring up to the entertainment area. Now, they've obviously since kept their satellite system, which I don't blame them. Those things are expensive. I would want to keep mine too. But they did a good job of all this. Like, this looks very professionally installed, and like all the screw heads and everything have had a little bit of you know, caulking put on them so they're not exposed. You can see where they were proactively peeling and resealing fixtures as required. Like the bathroom skylight, the seals look good, but these two vents over here, they did some extra resealing around those. So they were very good about staying on top of things. Like, I can tell by looking at this roof membrane. Now it's end of summer, approaching fall, kind of camping right now at the time of this filming. So you've got this RV's been stored outside for the majority of summer. It's been towed, it's been used. So there's a little bit of travel debris on it, but it's obvious to the trained eye looking at this thing that it has been kept cleaned, conditioned below that little layer of surface dust. So a little, you know, hose bath, just a quick little scrub. This would shine up really nice up here, and you could see that they've done that in the past. So if you appreciate the extra efforts we go to, like actually showing you around the roof of a used RV when they come in here at Haylett RV, give our team a call, and you could be like this young couple right here and take home your first RV from Haylett RV. And I don't care if it's your first, your next, or your last. Remember, give us a call, because we do it all. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.